Hi guys. Today we're working on linear application word problems. Oh yay, I know we love this. Here's what I did. I worked it all out ahead of time so you're not wasting your time copying and trying to listen at the same time. And I will post a copy of this page as a PDF in Google Classroom. That way you can go back and copy ahead of time and then you just listen, or you can listen and then copy everything in the end. Whatever works for you, it doesn't matter to me. But just so you know, this is going to be posted as a PDF in Google Classroom. So you don't have to skip through the video and just get to the end and copy. So I will walk you through every single example. So at the end of the day, we have Jeff found that the total cash register receipts at the motel where he works were $286.20. This included sales tax of 8%. So 8% is 8 over 100. And 8% is also 0.08. You should know this, but I wrote it out. So I need to find the amount of the tax that was paid right there. So I know the total is the cost plus tax. And I know the total was 286.20 because it was given to me. It told me that the total cash register receipts was this. Cost, I don't know. And I also don't know the amount of tax, but I do know it's 8% of whatever the cost is. Okay? So here you combine like terms. 1 plus 0.08 is 1.08x. And now you divide both sides by 1.8. If you want to write yourself a little side note, you're going to divide by 1.08. So you divide both sides by 1.08. You get that the total was 265. And this is the amount before tax. Okay? That's not what the question is asking. The question is asking to find the amount of the tax that was paid. So the easy way to go about this, you just find the difference. Because I knew from the beginning, cost plus tax was the total cost, which was what was in the receipt, the cash register. And then you take away the amount before tax, and voila, that's the amount of the tax that was paid. So the amount of the tax was $21.20. Louise got scores of 88 and 78 of her first two tests, 88 and 78. What score does she need to get on the third test to keep an average of 80 or above, 80 or greater? So here I have the greater than or equal to. We also know in order to find out the average of anything, you add them all up and you divide by whatever number you have. So if she has 2 tests plus the next, that makes 3 tests. On the third test, that's why we're dividing by 3 here. That's how we find the average for the test grade. She wants to keep it above 80, so greater than or equal to. Off we go. I started out by multiplying both sides by 3. That's where this 240 came from. And then add these two together or combine like terms. That's 88 plus 78, that's 166. And then minus 166 from both sides. So 240 minus 166, that's 74. So she needs to score at least a 74 in order to keep that 80 or greater average. So 74 or more, or x is equal to 74. But write it out so you are actually answering the question. So a couple wishes to rent a car for 1 day while on vacation. Fine. So Ford Car Rental wants $15 per day and 14 cents per mile. And then Chevrolet for a day wants $14 a day. So this is a little bit cheaper than this one, but the charge per mile is a little bit higher. Okay, we're just comparing it right there. So after how many miles would the price for rent to rent the Chevrolet exceeds, that means is greater than or is more than the price to rent the Ford. So this is the question, when is Chevrolet greater than Ford? Even though this is higher per day, but the cost per miles is less. So when, after how many miles? So I'm looking for miles or X or M, whatever you want to label your variable here. So I know Chevrolet for a day is $14 a day plus 16 cents per mile. So 0.16 X represents the number of miles. And I know Ford car rental is $15 a day and 14 cents per mile. Okay, look what I did here, and I actually showed my work. I did 2 steps in one. Take away 0.14x on both sides, and then on the same step, I'm taking 14 from both sides. So 2 steps in one right here. Algebra 2, you can handle this. Combine like terms, because this is 0, this is 0. So now I have 0.16x minus 0.14x, I have 0.02x is greater than 15 minus 14 is 1. Divide both sides by 0.02. That's where your 50 miles came from. What does that mean? Well, it means after 50 miles, Chevrolet for a day will exceed the price to rent the Ford. That's it. So Steve is saving to buy a car. He has decided he will start looking as soon as he has saved $2,000. If he has $1,100 already in savings, so he already has that amount. He doesn't have to worry about saving that up. It's already there. Now he already has it, and he can save $150 a month. How many months will it take before he can start looking for cars? So here I label my variable. So M, I'm going to say that represents the number of months. Steve already had $1,100 saved up, plus he's going to save $150 each month. So times X or times M equals $2,000. $2,000 is the amount he needs before he can start looking for a car. Okay, so minus 1,100 on both sides, that gives me 900. Divide both sides by 150, that gives me 6 months. So right at 6 months, he will have finally $2,000 saved up for a car. LED Corporation produces a CD-ROM drive at a cost of $120 with fixed cost of $36,000. The CD-ROM drive sells for $180. How many drives must LED Corporation sell to break even? What does it mean? Break even means the profits equal the costs. Profit and costs will be the same. So, but here it doesn't say anything about profit. So we can say, so when the sales equal cost, then that's when we break even. Break even means you didn't make any money or you didn't lose any money either. That's what it means. So sales right there, each drive sells for $180 each. $180 each drive, so X. And the cost, it costs $120 to produce one. So to produce each drive, it's $120 plus 36,000. I missed a zero here. So $36,000 right there. That's the fixed cost. So here, take away 120x from both sides. You get 60x. Bring 36,000 down. Divide both sides by 60. Then you have that as 600 drives that will make LED Corporation break even. They don't make any money, but they didn't lose any money either. And last one, a publishing company finds that the cost of publishing a certain book is $12.50 per copy. The fixed cost, so very similar to what we did here, we're talking about business here. So the fixed cost for publishing the book are $35,000. How many books must the company publish and sell, not just publish, and sell, in order to have a profit of at least $15,000 if each book sells for $25? So profit is what you make after you paid for everything, and that's what you have left over from your sales. So whatever the sales is minus the cost. So I know for me, if I sell each book, I get $25. Okay, so $25 each book. Now it costs me, so that's the cost, minus that's the money taken away from your account. That's the cost. So minus $12.50 per copy, per book, $12.50 each book, minus $35,000 for fixed cost, electricity, water, rent, whatever. So that's your fixed cost right there. And they're looking for a profit of $15,000. So that has to exceed or has to be more than $15,000, more than or equal to 15,000. Combine like terms, 25 minus 1250 is 1250. Don't you say that this just went away because it didn't. I'm combining like terms here, right there. 25 minus 1250 is 1250. So, okay, minus 35,000 equals 15,000. Add 35,000 to both sides. I have 50,000 because 15 plus 35 is 50. Divide both sides by 1250. I got 4,000 books. So at 4,000 books, you have the profit of $15,000. So if you sell more books, you will make more money than $15,000. That's it.